Let's go over some changes. I found some time today to put these lights in here, and they're just always on at the moment, but it helps illuminate this area. All that's working, which is good. Those are all working. If I come up here, you might notice some microcontrollers. I've put lights all over my helipad, so now I've got spotlights. So yeah, I found this picture that was like showing how you need to lay out your helipad lights. So I've put them all around. I used Inkscape and Tajin's tool to make a very nice circle. So now I have a very round circle rather than like a hodgepodge square or anything. I think that came out really nice. And if we scoot down to the bridge, it's a real mess of microcontrollers now. We've got the normal, but now you can see I've got a display in the middle and some more panels. We've got the two anchors, and then we've got this button to cycle the cameras. So right now I've only got a camera on the top of the mast facing the helipad, and a camera on the top deck facing down into the rear deck. And that number there just cycles through, so it'll tell you which number you're on. I might actually swap that order so the number's on top and then the tooltip won't be hiding it when you're hovering over. And then we've got all these switches on the side of the display. So if we look at the helipad, this one you can't see, but it's these side lights that flash on both sides. And then we've got floodlights, which are just spotlights to illuminate the whole deck, the whole helipad. And then a bunch of other lights. So when it's all lit up, even in the most absolute worst weather, you should still be able to identify the orientation of the helipad. I might get rid of some of these ones around the edge, the white ones. But if you're flying around, you can tell like the yellow ones are your approach lights. So that means you can come in from any of those two directions. Then the green ones are, the middle of the helipad. I don't think it needs all those white ones. And then I've put these two little lights in here so that when it's nighttime you can actually see what's going on at the bridge. Today I need to get the spotlights put in here for the front deck. We need some lights on the crane, and then we need some navigation lights on the mast. And a lot of comments that I've been getting lately have been asking for guns. And while this isn't really a gun boat at all, I do feel like it would be good to have a machine gun here on the front and then maybe one at the back. What I might do actually is one of these areas in here. Can I turn this into like a folding down thing like this one? Like the gangway for the rescue zone, but put a gun on it. Because there will probably come a time where we need to shoot a shark, and it might be good to have just like a mounted gun that can poke out the side or something. So anyway, let's get to these spotlights. I think I'll be able to just get away with probably with just these normal ones pointing down, and then I'll use the composite channel to poke them up. Might even only need one of those. And then we're going to need some lights at the lower levels, which can probably go into this frame. Yeah. Okay, so where's that light controller? So this one is front deck spotlight, which can be this one. And front deck path lights will be these ones. And then I'll also need on that microcontroller, oh maybe not on that microcontroller, a 1x1 for this, so that I can figure out where I want what kind of angle I want it to be at. So what I'll actually do is on the passenger seat, if I just put some dials here. So I've just made this little thing. I've got channel 1 for X, channel 2 for Y. Comes out of the seat. Then I connect these into my dials. Y, X, and then I connect the seats composite into the spotlight directly. So if I press this one, forward deck light, that spotlight should turn on. And then using WAS, I can position it. Something maybe like that. I don't think getting much of the door is a good idea. So that is 0.62. And then all I've got to do is pick a controller somewhere. This is the front deck spotlight tilt. We'll call it pitch, and it was 0.62. Was channel 2 Y? It was, wasn't it? Send that up to there. And then we should be good to go. The intensity of that needs to change. Quite a lot, I think. This is good. This is a nice amount of light. Need some lights on the cranes. I think we'll go on the top. I wonder if they need to be like on a pole though, because the spool is obviously going to be up a lot higher. Oh, I can't even go higher. Damn. It makes sense though, wouldn't it? If there was like just even one. I can obviously pivot something up. Let's just put some in here for now. One on each side. And then on the sides of this segment. And then also, yeah, on the side of this one. Actually on the top. I changed my mind. I want these ones on the top as well. And then I think it would be really good to have spotlights maybe in the middle of this section. This really big one would be quite good because it can fully rotate. It's so big though. Okay, well, the thing is, like, how difficult will it be to find something in the dark? We'll make it not so nighttime, but still kind of, I want it to be dark, you know? I don't know if I've showed you this. I got a little HUD here now. It's still kind of in the wrong place. I want to put the HUD over here on the left, because I don't think you're really going to be looking at it. You're probably going to be looking at whatever you're trying to pick up. It could be nice to put a laser on the end and have it rotate so it's always pointing a laser straight down regardless of where the crane is at. And like if it gets dark, how about a laser and a spotlight? Then it wouldn't necessarily matter how you've tilted anything. You would always have a laser and a light. Would you need a laser and a light, or just a laser? I probably should just put a light inside the cab as well. So like, I'm thinking if I had a spotlight, it could just be on the side and rotate around. As long as it's always pointing down. I'm just kind of testing this idea that I can use a tilt sensor. So it's real basic. It's just going to take in the pitch. And then instead of being connected to a fluid jet or anything else, it's going to spotlight laser. It's going to level out the spotlight and the laser. There's no way this works, right? Yeah, it's not. Is it doing anything? Not really. Not what I was expecting anyway. Ideally what I'd do is I'd connect W and S and the up and down arrow directly into it. Oh well, let's forget about that for now. Get this HUD. I'll zhuzh up the HUD a little bit. But basically I'm going to move it over I'm thinking I should put in an instrument panel for the lights and such here, and just accept that it's going to come through the back. It'd be good if I could get another corner or something in here, but that's a normal window. Because what I want on this panel is like lights buttons. So perhaps we'll definitely need a button in here. So this button will turn on all the lights in the tube and the cylinder and at the top. And then from here, this instrument panel can be flip switches. We need 2 switches here. We need one for the like hazard lights, and then another one for the spotlight and laser probably. And then we'll have the readout information on top. That's just gonna poke through a little bit there. I could do that actually. It's like making the window frame a bit thicker. That's really all it's doing. I kind of like that. It does take up a bit of space, but maybe it's okay. Okay, we'll put the lights, the 2 light panels there on their own thing. These, the spotlight here and the laser sensor, they have to start this way so that they can rotate both directions. If I'm going to put them there at all, like it would be good if they could be somewhere else. Okay, the laser is probably overkill, and the spotlight can be, the spotlight can hang off the side. It's probably not the worst thing, but I think I have to use a tilt sensor and a PID. The tilt sensor is detecting 0. I think maybe I just had it wrong. What if my tilt sensor is supposed to be facing down or up? It moved a little bit. It's like it's trying to do it, but it's not working so well. Like maybe it needs to multiply. This is checking channel 1, which is for the hazard lights. Then we're going to use this thing here, which is a blinker and a blinker. And that creates a double flashing light. That'll go over to this one. And then this is going to be my orange color. And then we're going to grab that again, and it goes into the second segment because I want them to flash at a different interval. So we're going to send it into a capacitor, which will, the charge time will offset it a little bit. And then we send that into its own blinker. And this way we could use the same color to flash 2 sets of lights at different intervals. I need to offset the second segment a little bit. Also, is this just crazy? Is this too much? Do cranes even have flashing lights? I think they just need like a steady red light, not a flashing light. Is this what I want? Just red lights? If it's a red light, then you might get confused with which way the navigation light is. You don't want to be seeing this and misinterpreting what that red light means, which way the ship is going. It's got to be a color that's not red or green or white. So I've just made them orange lights. I really want to get the spotlight working, but I don't know how to best do that. Yeah, so we're going with like an amber light. That way you won't get it confused with the ship's navigation lights. I'm gonna make it very dark. Is it still working? It shouldn't care which buttons I'm pushing because it's connected to the tilt sensor. Right? It should always be trying to face down. It's just getting cut off a little bit by the crane. I mean, quite a lot is getting cut off by the crane. I think it still needs a little bit of tuning. But it's very close, very close. And I guess I want to move it up more, like towards being off the edge. I don't want it to be getting caught behind the end of the crane. Can I pull it out to here? Maybe actually one further right. Okay, let's pick up a container, see if this works. that is actually already very useful. Connect onto that. Connect onto that. Let me turn on the deck spotlights. It's actually really easy now with all the lights. It's definitely quite a hard ship to operate on your own, I would say, because you're just gonna have to keep going up and down and up and down. Okay. Yeah. Do you feel like those lights are okay, or do I need more lights? I'm not sure about that, hey. I'll get the mast done. We'll say it's complete for now. Alright, let's put some lights on the mast. So we need a red, a green. I do like a good blue light instead of a green light. I need a white light at the very top. I think I put a camera in there. We need one facing forwards on the top, which is exactly where that camera is. And if I put a light on there, it's probably going to burn that camera out. Let's get rid of this controller. I've amassed too many controllers. Should have put them in the controller room. I'm thinking I'll put it like on its own little thing so that it's further away from the camera. Otherwise it'll just white out when you're looking at the helipad at night. This one only needs to be viewed from the front as well. So it needs like a thing on the back. In which case I should probably just make it point forwards, you know, like that. That's real annoying. I don't want to screw with this camera, but I need to make it point forwards. Oh, you know what though? That's not the middle of my mast or the middle of my boat. This is the middle of my boat. What if I just put it there? Then it's in the middle. I could actually get away with two, I reckon. Let's see, there and there. And then I need some on the sides, which can just be on the very top bit, I think. The good thing is you're not going to see these. Do you put these on the mast? Nav lights are forward on the mast. Should red and green light as anchor and anchor light. Oh well. We've got lights up high, and then we're going lights down low as well. They're not really down low. They're just kind of not that high up. So I prefer a blue nav light over a green nav light, but I always give it the name blue or green, or I try to. And then what I'm going to do is have a property something, a way for you to switch it. We'll just do the maths. We'll do the maths here. Start channel 3, channel count 1, value of 1. This is the white light. For a red light, 150. Really? And then this will be the blue. So by default, it's on. Should be blue. And then this is the green option. So if you want to change that, come and look in here. Okay, and now I need to figure out what channel the navigation light is on. I think it's up here. This one? 1. Excellent. 1 and 1. Nav lights. Hey, they turn both of them on. We have a blue light, a red light, a red light, a blue light, and 2 white lights. You'll never see that. I think I need to put them on the helipad. That's not too bad, but maybe putting them on the helipad is a good idea. I mean, you should always be able to see them. It's if everything else is on, do they stand out? I think that's okay. Everywhere I can see a camera, I think I just need to turn on all the engine room lights when the electronics come on so that I can actually see what's going on in there. And I think this little step is probably... From here you can't see over the displays properly, but when you step up you can. So I think I'll leave it there. It's a little weird, but it is kind of helpful. What else? It's all like interior lights now, I think. All the lights are on. I think I need some like underwater lights. That's pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. I need a light in the cab of the crane. I don't really want any guns on this. It's just like a weird thing. Like I will need a gun to complete some of the euthanized shark missions, but I can pretty easily do that with just putting like a weapon locker in somewhere. Like maybe part of this becomes a weapons locker. And then all I've got to do is poke my head off the side and shoot the shark. The last things I had on my list were add guns, but I'm not really sure. Like I can't even move this gun very far. What's the point of having it? I do think I'm going to get rid of this wall. Oop. I kind of feel like that was not useful. And then it'll actually let me bring this wall for the medical bay out a little bit. And then I can start putting equipment maybe closer to this little gangway. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this equipment bay. So I could just bring it out completely, like I could put a wall through here. No, that seems a bit weird. Let's get some diving gear. Pump. Where can I put the pump? Maybe I should put the pump up here. I really don't mind being able to see pipes and stuff. Yeah, I think that's fine. Nice and simple, just one pump. And maybe I can do like a wall. Kind of artificial, but it would help separate the different areas. Do you think I should just like fill all of this in? All of it. If I'm doing that though, like if I'm covering everything up, then I'm gonna hide the pump and really commit to the hiding everything. So we'll go for a wall like that. I'm gonna bring forwards all these wedges. I think that's kind of a nice solution. And then all I've got to do here is like fill in that. Okay, so I can't do anything here, so I'm going to bring the wall forwards and then bring that door forwards. And then I can cut away this. Oh, I could bring it forwards to there. Depends how much stuff I need to put in here. I think having like firefighting equipment is going to be important. But I'm wondering, does that go here or does it go somewhere else? Is there anywhere else that equipment would be really good? Maybe down by the pump? Because this ship is so big as well, I want to make sure I've got enough equipment for like 2 people. Even though like multiplayer might not work very well for this. Okay, wait, I've botched it. Why have I done this? Yeah, that's fine. So it's like a firefighting themed equipment area and then a diving themed equipment area. I think I will hide the pump. I need to make a way so that it can't suck in any fluid either. It's got to be only air. See, this might seem easy. I've got to hide a pump and a gas filter. And then it's got to be gas relief. And then it's got to have like a direct out. A way for water to fall out of this pipe. I think so. And then do I want to just like put medical stuff inside here? It'd be good to have like welders and stuff out here as well though. I feel like it would be better putting a seat here, like a bench. Let me go get a bench. Okay, I've got a bench. See, I'm thinking like if you're putting on your equipment, you might need to sit down somewhere. That's the theory. Yeah, yellow bench. Yeah, I like that. That makes way more sense to me. And so, like, where am I going to get my defibs from? And my welders and, you know. So I think I'll put a defib in the wall. Defib sign. Isn't it a little green heart? Yeah, a little AED green heart. Let me go get one of those. Oh, this one's actually sick. It's got like first aids everywhere and it's green. Ah, that's cool. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I need to put the ear ducts into my engine room. I should take all this stuff and like put it into very separate files so I don't have to keep going and cutting it out all the time. So that will go there. Bzz, bzz. And then I think I'll move the seat even. No, it's okay there. It's okay. It's so big, compared to the door. Like, it's the size of the door. Maybe I should put some pipes or something to make it look like it's actually held on. Not gonna fall off. Oh, that looks like some kind of parasite face hugger thing. I feel like I'm just adding clutter, you know? We're at that stage where I can just be adding random clutter. Welders. I want a welder. Where can my welder go? I want to weld your weld. I've just been goofing around trying to find where I can put a welder. And I'm coming up short. I don't know where I can put them without replacing something. It's like, I feel like there should be 2 of everything. Like 2 full sets of all the equipment. So that you can, because this ship is so big that you should be running it with a crew. I just can't find a good place to put the welders. Like, this is, I keep coming back to this spot below the stairs, but it's such a weird place to have that. In fact, because I've put tires under there, I would like to put pipes here. So it's like, this is a cubby more than anything, where we keep our spare tires. I'm going to get rid of the firefighting equipment on one side. I need the welders. I need them. Realistically, do you need 2? Or do you just need 1? What else? Probably a defib. Maybe this is just like the generic equipment wall. I'll give you a flare gun and some ammo, because that's fun. And then I can go in here. I do think the radio signal locator could be useful as like a handheld thing. I'm just kind of like putting random crap in there. At least it's there. There's like equipment. It's possible to do the job now. One last thing I want to do is I've been meaning to put in like a couple of winches or maybe 1 winch in the wall here, but then it's like you'll see the hole behind it, because I just want it to poke out a little bit. Okay, I want that, but I don't want this hole in the wall. Let me just look. And so this thing, we probably need, we'll get an electrical cable because it's going to be specific for an electrical cable. And it's just going to be a maggle. So it's just like a generic thing. And if we connect the signal and then connect that to the winch, I only need a 1x1. So this is just going to automatically retract this maggle thing. So check the battery level, and then we will go winch up. So as long as the battery is between 0.1 and 1, so it's like it's got enough charge, then it will winch up. Now on the side of the crane itself, we have a way to just attach to anything. Bye. So yeah, I feel like I've made some progress today. Got basically most of the lights are now in place. There's probably only a little bit more logic to do. There's something weird going on with the steam engine where it will stop producing power, or it'll drop down in how much power it's producing after running for about half an hour. Maybe the kind of thing most people won't run into, but if you're playing any sort of amount of time, you will run into it. I don't think we're having any weapons on this boat. There'll be rifles and submachine guns for euthanizing sharks and hunting animals, but we'll have to do another ship that will be for self-defense. So once Clifford's done, there will be another ship. It'll be slightly smaller and it'll be a lot more optimized for just everything. It won't be so laggy because this is a real lag monster. But I'll keep working on it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.